Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Driveway Engineer. I'm JR. This is Coconut. This is Peanut. My little friends are cold today. We've been up here in the cold, so Coco will ride along with us. Tell the people, Coconut. Show you the progress on Daryl, or Marv. Daryl's behind me, back in the shop. There's no progress on that. Last you saw, I was mounting up the OBS or the Super Duty coil buckets to the oil OBS frame. I have that done. Obviously, I grabbed a set of springs from the junkyard. These springs, I powder coated them in the shop, gunmetalcustoms.com. You don't have to powder coat them, but I powder coated mine. They came out of a 2010, 11, I don't know, a newer 6.7 Super Duty in the junkyard. They are T-code springs, which is 5,200 pounds. This axle already had a 2.5 inch or a 2 inch or a 2.5 inch. Shit, that's more than 2 inches. I don't know. It's already got a lift in it. It's already got a puck in it. A leveling kit, whatever. It looks like 3 inches. Radius arm brackets. Powder coated those in the shop as well. Mounted up. I just copied like the Sky's design style. Blowing Diesel. Blowing Diesel sells these if you want to buy them from a little guy. That was pretty much it. I located those radius arms on the frame. I drilled all the holes out to 1/2 inch. I ran my grade 8 hardware in there. It was I had a bear of a time jacking those radius arms up and lining that up. But I threw my... Peanut's fine. He's just being a sissy. He's cold. Threw the bolts in there. These Super Duty wheels. These are Super Duty wheels. I don't remember what they're off of. They're a 17-inch wheel with a 33-inch tire. You can see that it's definitely not at all going to be enough. I'm intending to have a 35-inch tire on the truck when I'm done. I have the back jacked up so you can see that a little better. The stance. It's hard to give you a sense of scale. Core support's just sitting there. It's all rotted out and I'll have to rebuild it. These are like $500. They sell them, but I'm not gonna pay. I don't think. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. There he is in all his current glory. The cab is sitting on the mounts on blocks of 2x4 to simulate the thickness of actual body mounts. From looking at it right now, I'm going to say the rear is probably still not high enough. Obviously, the engine is out. The next thing in this series, like I'm done with this for the winter. I'm gonna roll the window up on this side, and I'm gonna throw truck cover over it from over there, and I'm gonna work inside for the remainder of the winter. Pull this gantry back, put the battery inside, that kind of thing. But the engine is inside. Here, sit in your bucket. I want to show you guys how to build injectors. I pulled the engine to check the oil pan because when, I'm a real, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of guy, but when your cylinder head has 2 rust holes in the cylinder head itself, it seems really likely that you have other corrosion related issues. So because the pans on these are so well known to rust out, I lifted the engine to check the pan, and the pan's fine. So what I'm going to do is strip the pan down, weld an adapter in, zinc, powder coat it in the big oven, and then powder coat it the same as the valve covers. But in the meantime, also this winter, because I'm not going to put it back in until spring, I figure why not show you guys how to build bigger injectors. I've already built a bigger, better turbo, 90cc injectors. I was just going to run the stock injectors. I don't really care that much, but OBS injectors are 90cc's, and It's incredibly easy to get them up to 160 cc's, which is bigger than Super Duty. It's good for about 320 horsepower of the tires, 700 foot-pounds. My goal for this truck is only for it to meet or exceed my old Clifford truck, which was 8.1 Allison 2500. I never dynoed Clifford, but people have dynoed 8.1s, and they regularly came in at around 240 to the tires and like 500 foot-pounds. So Clifford was awesome. Towed like a dream, hauled my camper like a dream, just really off-road, no problem. It was a great truck, and I miss it. You hear me? I miss Clifford. That's a very comfortable truck. It's a very nice truck. But I miss the capability of Clifford, so I'm cool with this thing sitting here. You know, I'll just build one, right, and let it sit here. That's pretty much what's going on here, though. The Super Duty axle swap. This is kind of, it's not done. It's kind of fake. I'm going to go to the Super Duty gearbox, steering gearbox. Supposedly it has more throws lock to lock. The radius arms give you more clearance for the tire, whereas the leaf springs would hit the tire. You can't really get much more than like a 35 on an OBS without running into the tire, because the length from the center line of the hub, when you angle it, crashes into the spring. So yeah, supposedly the coil sprung gearboxes have more throw. It's not really much of an extra cost. I do not have a trap bar or a drag link at the moment. The axle is fake on here. I'm missing a hub. I'm missing both rotors. I'm missing both calipers. The same truck I got the leaf or the coil springs off of, the calipers are laying there on the ground though. So I'll probably grab those and rebuild them and powder coat them and do all the fancy things, because another goal for this truck is to kind of be a rolling billboard for my powder coating, ceramic coating business. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the Clifford build. Toyota's gonna sit till spring. The head will get rebuilt over the winter, but it's mostly gonna sit till spring. I'm also going to, in the future, maybe in the winter, I don't know, 2008 and up leaf springs are longer, and a longer leaf spring will ride better than a shorter one. So I think I'm going to swap to those as well. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys. I know I've shown it on like social medias, but these Fords were real common for rotting out the shackle mounts, which clearly happened to mine at some point, because both sides have a finger tight bolt, and yeah, this one's falling out and they're missing one, and so yeah, I have to address that before I throw a camper on it, my Toyota on a trailer. But I'll go ahead and, since I have to swap a Super Duty axle in to match bolt patterns, might as well swap those springs in as well. So I'm gonna get these little guys inside. They're quite cold. It is sitting under its own weight, such as it is. I don't have the engine in it. I saved all the bracketry and the TTB because I have a silly idea that I'm not really going to discuss right now, but I have a silly idea, suffice it to say. So hope you're looking forward to that. I thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time on The Driveway Engineer.